Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear. We're going to take a look at a brand new gun. This is the Tiberius Arms T15 rifle. We'll go ahead and open it up and let you guys check it out, see all the parts that come with it, give you some of the specs on the gun. So it does come in a nice hard case. It's not a soft case, it is a rigid, hard cloth case. It has hooks on it so that you can put a strap on it if you want to, and it does come with the strap. It's also zippered all the way around and does have a Velcro handle that's going to wrap around so you can carry it briefcase style. So we'll go ahead and open it up so you guys can take a look at what's inside. Flip it over here. So you're going to get, when you open this up, you're going to get your gun, you're going to get 2 magazines, and some various tools that's going to come with it. So if you look in these 2 slots right here, you're going to have your AR tool. So this is going to help you remove the front delta ring off the gun, as well as a stock extender, which we'll talk about in a little bit. An on-off, the strap for the case, and your barrel sleeve right here. Now in this box would be your sights, your flip-up sights. We've already got them installed on the gun, so you can check that out. But that's what would be in this box here. So we'll pull out the parts that we want to talk about, set them to the side so we can get the case out of the way. Now I'm not going to take both mags out. You do get 2, but we're only going to need 1. Open this up right here, and we'll take this out too. The AR tool, we're not going to disassemble the front of the gun. We don't need to, so there's no reason to take that out. All right, so let's put this off to the side. Now the gun itself is a 2-piece cast aluminum body. You have an aluminum rail set up here, flip-up rails, barrel, stock, and it does come with the 13 cubic inch tank. This is the P3 style regulator, so it has the adjustable top on it. I'll show you the sights first. They are flip-up sights. So that one pops up there, and then this one is going to pop up like that, so you can see the sights in there and you can lay them down. A couple of the features of the gun, we'll just get those out of the way. Velocity adjustment is done through this little hole in the side right here. You're going to turn the screw clockwise to decrease, counterclockwise to increase velocity. The dust cover right here, you can flip it open, and there will be a available option for a hopper adapter on here. Now if you do purchase one of these guns, you will not find the hopper adapter in the box yet, but you can contact Tiberius Arms and they will sell you or send you one. You can see here I'm going to rotate the barrel. I just opened it up to where it's now accessible. If you were to put the hopper adapter on there, go back the other direction. Now it's locked in place for accepting the magazine paint or first strike. And if I turn it one more stop the other direction, that's going to let me remove the barrel out of the gun. We're going to leave it in place right now. All right. Now this does automatically shut itself. There is no way to lock it open, but if you were using the hopper adapter, you would just remove it and take it off. Charging handle on the back side here. It is a functional charging handle. You pull this back, it will cock the gun back like that. You can slide it forward if you want to, and then when you went to fire the gun, you'd be firing it. And obviously it would recycle itself. You wouldn't have to recock it. On this side here, you've got your fire select option, your safety, semi-auto. It doesn't actually go into the other position, the full auto, because obviously it's not an electric gun. It's not going to shoot full auto. So safety and semi-auto, and then your mag release button is actually on this side right here. So mag release over here. So we'll talk about the magazines real quick. Here's your mag. This is going to hold 19 first strike or 20 standard 68 caliber paintballs. There's 2 things at the top here. This piece that you see right here, it's kind of a little tab. This is going to help keep the balls or first strike rounds from popping out when you load them in there. So I do have some first strike right here. I'll take one out so you can see how that goes in. I take that and drop it in there. And you can see this tab right there has held the first strike in. If I was to push this down, first strike round is going to pop right out. So push that down, put our tab in or our first strike round in, and that's going to hold it. Now on this side here, you have a winding mechanism. This is going to wind and would actually pull down. You can see that the first strike round dropped inside there, and if I keep going, basically it's winding up, or it's pulling a string that pulls the piece that pushes on the paintball or first strike, and it's winding it up and pulling it down here. So it makes it easier to load them in there. You could also push them in by hand either way. And when you put this up in the gun, there's another tab on the back side of the magazine that will release the spring that you're winding and push everything up and out of the gun. Kind of like that. So that's how the magazine works. 19 first strike rounds, 20 paintballs. You get 2 of them with your gun. So you're just gonna go right in there like that. And then you'd use the button, push the button down, release it, take the magazine out. So let's talk about the features of the gun itself. Obviously it comes with the tank and on and off here. So if you're gonna use the tank as it sits, you just kind of leave it alone and you can set the stock wherever you want it to be. If you did want to use the on and off, which is a slide check style on and off right there, what you would do is remove the stock off the back of the gun. You would take this piece off and you would put this extension piece on there and then add this to the other end of the extension. It's going to make it a little bit longer, but you need that extra length in order to accommodate for the slide check that you're installing. So you put your slide check in, put your bottle in, and then put your stock back on the end of that. So that's what this little extra piece is for, to make it longer so you can use this piece with your gun. Obviously, we've got our tank on here. Now, if you really wanted to and you didn't want to run a stock or you didn't want to run the tank on there, you could just put a reducer, the end of a remote line in here, and then run a remote line out the back of it too. We looked at the kind of everything on the outside of the gun. It does come with the aluminum quad rail on the front of it right here. So you can mount whatever you want to. It is aluminum, not plastic. I'm going to put the stock back on because I kind of want to open the gun up so you can see it inside. There's a pin here, quick takedown pin. You've got one on both sides. But to get to the inside of the gun, you only really need to remove the rear pin. So I'm going to use an Allen key and kind of knock it out. The gun being new, it is a little bit harder to get the pieces out because they haven't worn at all. But if I just pop this pin out through the back side there, you can see that it has popped out to here. Now that opens up the top and basically it's just going to open up. You can see it right in there. Now this piece here, this holds the mainspring in. We're going to push it down and kind of rotate it out of the way so that we can get to the insides here. That pulls our mainspring out and our spring guide out. Now the charging handle is going to act as a device to get everything out the back. I can just grab it. Oh, I lost it. And pull the whole bolt assembly out. So there's your bolt assembly. Comes right out. You can clean it up, do any maintenance that you need to. If you broke paint in there, run a swab through the gun, clean it all out. Take your bolt, put it back in, lock it down, put our pin back in, make sure that we've lined it up right, and then rotate it back into position. Drop our top back on, and then once this wears a little bit, like I said, it'll be a little easier to put on. But right now I'm going to use the back of that screwdriver and just knock it back in. So that's the new Tiberius T15. Great looking gun, great feel. It looks just like an AR, has the weight of an AR, and it's got what the Milsim players are looking for as far as being able to shoot first strike and standard paintball rounds. Plenty of options, plenty of accessories, great looking gun. Check it out on the website. Order yours now at ansgear.com.